everyone, welcome back to In Out Delete, the show review of both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Robert.
This is Ricardo.
America.
And Gio.
And we are doing the Christmas spirit. Look at Ricardo with his little hat and the little background. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, here he is.
There he goes. They already got the tree up, the stockings.
Yeah,
hung.
the background you could tell.
Yeah,
Looks
sorry
like
for
Really
the
nice
mess.
house. Yeah.
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 It looks warming. I love it. I'm right here
Yeah.
freezing my butt off. This has been an interesting few weeks of break. You know, it's nice, restful. We gotta get to catch up on certain things. But have you guys? What about? Have you guys were catched up on anything? What about you, Gio? Have you caught on anything?
Yeah, I finally caught up on Harley Quinn. Still trying to catch up on Doctor Who. I'm caught up on Mandalorian.
Whoa, there's a lot of shows then.
Yeah. Well, we took
We
2
did have a
weeks
lot
off.
of time.
Yeah. And let's see. Started watching Animaniacs, the new reboot of that.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. It's still, I think, to me, it's still on par with the original one. It's just updated, so the references are more modern references, but the timing and everything is still the same. The music's still the same, so I like it. So, what about you, America? What have you been watching?
A lot of shows. Took a break from like all movies really, except for the one movie that I finally watched, Showgirls. I've never seen it. Have you guys seen Showgirls?
I saw
Yeah.
it.
That
yeah.
terrible movie?
Yeah.
Dude, I was laughing the entire time. It's so good. Like, it's so bad, it's good.
Is it one of those? I don't remember it.
I
being
don't. To me, it was so enjoyable because it was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, who, dude? That pool scene where she was like,
The yeah.
like I couldn't help but laugh through it. So
It was a good time though.
yeah, very good time. Yeah.
In?
And you think when what's her name, Elizabeth Hurley? I forgot her name, but she played.
Quickly?
Yeah, so she was in, of course, the Saved by the Bell show, and you think like her overacting was.
I'm so excited.
Then also now people remember her doing the whole inflatable float man, inflatable float man.
Show the clip.
I'm so excited.
It's like the director said, "Hey, remember what you did in that I'm so excited scene? Bring that energy to this pool fucking scene."
Yeah, I was actually questioning that because I was like,
Yeah.
did they tell her to do this or like more? They were like, just like more, do more. And the director was like, yes, that's what I want. Like, dude, they saw this happening and they didn't do anything about it. They just let it go.
All right. Anyway, Robert, what have you been watching?
I rewatched all of the show Veep on HBO.
Mm.
I love that show. I've seen it now. This is my third watch through. But I guess what kind of inspired the rewatch was all the craziness that went down with the election, and just like Trump's crazy ass is taking it to a new level, you know? And that show, the satire in that show, because it started before Trump, and then it took place during Trump, and then, you know, so the show itself kind of got crazier, right? Because it had to be, it had to match what the craziness in real life, you know? So just that brand of satire, the creator is Armando Iannucci. His satire is like second to none. Like, it's so sharp, it's so damn funny, and then he has like kind of like a little universe like in his movies and shows. There's a movie called In the Loop with a lot of like, it's kind of like Veep before Veep. It's kind of like the same characters that make an appearance before Veep. And then his British show called The Thick of It, which stars Peter Capaldi before Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
And they're all in the same universe. They all take place in the same.
Well, that is
Really?
Yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. Yeah, so like if you watch, I've been watching everything of his, like everything.
Cool.
And so if you watch all of those, it's like a nice little connecting thread. And just that style of humor is just so funny. If you like political satire, that's like the best you're gonna get. So yeah, Gino, what have you been watching?
The main movie I want to talk about that I've seen, and it kind of reminds me of what we talked about Showgirls. It's cringy and shit, but it's good but bad. I saw that movie Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas. It's like one of the top 10 movies right now on Netflix. It's basically like Keanu Reeves plays like a loving husband. He has to work over the weekend while his family's out, you know, in their vacation home or whatever. And then these two random girls go to his house. It was raining, it was pouring, and he takes care of them. And like and he sleeps with them, but they're fucking crazy, and they start fucking with him, and like, of course, it's like, it's Keanu. Like, you come on, dude. Like, he's bad acting all around. And you know, this is Anna de Armas before, like how she's big now after Knives Out and that new James Bond movie coming out soon. And so I don't recommend it to anybody who want to watch it. I don't know how this movie is trending because it's not a great movie. It's more of like, I guess, but it's just because I love Keanu, dude. I love it. What's up, man? What's going on? You wet, bro? Come here and get some clothes. What about you, Ricardo? Have you watched anything?
Oh man, I've been watching so many movies. Like, I don't even know what I've been watching. Like, I've been doing that thing where you just watch a movie, the next one, the next one. I just kept watching movies. I saw so many movies, and then I saw like a lot of shows too. I've been watching like the Queen's Gambit. That's what's called.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Also watched that.
That badass show, dude.
Yeah.
Really liked it. But other than that, like one movie that did stand out though was it came out on Netflix. It's called Hillbilly.
Oh, Hillbilly Elegy.
Elegy, yeah. Yeah, but that movie is pretty good. You guys should give it a watch. It's not as good as like I thought it was gonna be, but it has its moments and it's a true story. So give it a watch.
Christmas is a time for caring, being at your best. Christmas is a time for sharing, knowing you've been blessed. There are the haves and the have-nots, and you could be either one.
Who are you?
Well, Angel,
What do you want from me?
change.
What you're doing now is such a low blow, demolishing the lives of all the people you know.
The deadline to be out of your homes is now Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so for our Christmas special, my pick was Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square. And oh my gosh, I'm really sorry I made you guys watch this. I really regret picking this.
What is
I
it
didn't know
about?
this movie
Can you tell us?
existed.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
Yeah, so Dolly Parton is an angel, and she kind of gets put into this little town that's being gentrified by this local woman who left the town when she became successful or something. And so she basically has to save her. And it's just trash. It is like, I'm deleting this. Delete all the way. It's like a really long Macy's commercial.
Oh,
It's
yes.
so bad. There's nothing good about this. And that's sad to say because, you know, Dolly Parton's in it. Like, songs aren't even good.
Maybe
And
that's
she
what it-
wrote them.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Ugh.
But yeah, what do you think, Ricardo?
Oh my god. We put play and I was like, whoa, this movie, dude, the first song takes so long. I was
Oh,
like,
dude.
I don't understand. What am I watching? And then it never stopped. Like the movie never, there's this buff lady. It was weird.
There's a
Just
buff
buff
lady?
lady.
Well,
The
yeah,
buff
she's like
lady?
another angel. She was like super buff. I was like, I was just paying attention to her buffness. I didn't even care anymore. No idea what the movie really was about, other than what she just said. And like you know what's gonna happen at the end as soon as you put play. So yeah, I am deleting.
Deleted.
Sorry. What about you, Gio?
Yeah, this is a delete.
Deleted.
It's bad. It's so bad. Like I'm okay with musicals. Musicals are pretty good. Like can be pretty good and stuff. But no, this one the songs were bad. The acting was pretty bad. It's such a preachy movie.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's borderline just beating you up with Jesus. Yeah, it's just bad. I'm usually the one that's I think a little bit more positive on some of these movies. No, there's no saving this movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was the worst hour and a half, and that's the worst part. It's a short movie, and it still
Well, that's
felt
the
like
best
forever.
part.
Still never ending.
No, it was like it's only an hour and a half, but it felt longer than an hour and a half.
Mhm.
But what about you, Robert?
This is gonna be like the fucking Christmas miracle. But I'm only an out.
What?
Yeah. I think
What's keeping you?
let me explain.
Yeah.
When I like many of you, when I hit play, that first opening scene, that opening number, I was like, what in the motherfuck is happening here? It was so bad. Like the singing, because it was obviously pre-recorded, right? And they were just kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, what do you call it? Like miming the words.
Yeah.
And they
Lip syncing or yeah.
lip syncing, and they weren't even like in sync with the song. They were like so out of it, and I was just laughing so hard because it was so bad. So I had the showgirls reaction. It was so bad that I was laughing and I was entertained. And like Dolly Parton was freaky in the beginning. I was like, what the fuck? Like, cause they made her like
The
look all
homeless
small.
woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought she was like a little person at one point, cause she was like in that little hood, and I was like, and then she like magically disappeared. I was like, wait, that's not even a person. So I found this movie, all the songs were bad except for one. I kind of like one of them.
Which one?
The church one.
The church one, the witch one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the pastor's acting was so unbelievably bad. He was like, "Why are you talking like that?" Like the director, like should have been like, "Motherfucker, you're not Bruce Wayne. Like just talk normal." But he was like, "Oh, we have to save the town." What are you doing? But I found all of that so fucking hilarious that I couldn't help but be entertained. And all the you know how it's gonna end, but all the silly plot twists that just came, and I was like, this is so ridiculous. It's like when you drive by a car crash, you know, you have to look at it, you know, you can't help it, you know. So it wasn't boring for me. It was very, very entertaining. So that's why I have to give it an out. Gino?
Man, I think I was a part of that car crash, bro, because that's a delete for me, man. This movie was all around bad, and it was Christianity in your face. Like I'm a Catholic. I don't like this belief, you know. I'm fucking with y'all there. But like I said, like it's just, you know, Dolly Parton, America's angel, becomes an angel in this movie. And you know what? And you can tell her age is not doing well. Like she was so stiff and something. Like, you gotta do this, honey. And she was and you're kind of like, what? And like, cool, you know, to be an angel, I'm just like, girl, just sit there, grandma. Don't move.
You don't find that hilarious?
Like her plastic surgery doesn't let her express.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious. But I still hate my time. Like that opening scene is 10 fucking minutes long. I thought that was 3 minutes of the movie. And I'm like, this song keeps going. And you know what bothers me too? And I feel like this is a play on film because they keep stopping and like someone says a word and they continue the song and it's weird. I hate it. It's just like it's not real. If it was a real movie and I walked in, someone started singing, I'm like, can you guys just shut the fuck up just once, guys? Like, where this song coming from? Like, at least say something. I don't know. Either way, it's too fucking Christianity in my face. Let's get into it. The priest guy, oh my god, I feel like he had an accent in some scenes. He's like, I must stop her from getting our homes, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? This was here and there.
Every time you talk, like, what the fuck? Like, why did you? What's going on here? It's like he was trying to like. It's like he's trying to impress like a director for another movie to get casted. Like his big break, you know. He's like, I have to go save the town. Like doing that shit, you know. And that opening scene was so funny to me because that set was like it could have been more than like 3x4.
Oh yeah,
that shit was smaller. That shit was smaller than like a shed you buy at Home Depot. And just like them doing like a little circle in the car just made me laugh so much. And then the pastor's like wife, you know, their whole. I love how like
I hated their storyline.
The opening song is so cheesy, and they introduce all the storylines like we're a town, we're poor, you know, but we're happy. And then like we're a couple, we're trying to have a baby. And then the lady comes in like, I am the bad guy. Blah blah blah. That was so funny to me, man. This is so bad. It's like so generic Christmas musical like print, you know.
Their storyline, the pastor and his wife, is so cringy. Like, why do you have to struggle to have a kid? I mean, I guess you're trying to be nice to the people who have that struggle, but like, why is that a Christmas thing? Like,
well,
why?
Do you I was gonna say, do you remember what Christmas is?
The birth of Jesus. Yeah.
The miracle.
And look at how they finally achieved conception. It's not by the passenger fucking her. It's by Dolly Parton.
Hey man,
Dolly Parton.
she's treated COVID. She can give you a baby.
Dolly Parton like fucking raped her with her Jesus dust, man. I was like, what the fuck just happened, man?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's just that's such a weird storyline, dude. I don't know.
It's weird though, cause like I couldn't get into it at all. Like I was like trying. As soon as the music starts, whatever, I was just like, damn, like it was long, but I couldn't. Like it was hard for me to get into it, and I started drinking, you know, and I started like being like, come on, make me laugh. But it was just like really really bad. I was actually expecting to laugh, you know. And
this might be a reason why I'm an out and not a delete. It's over the break that we had, my sister came over and she brought me an edible.
Oh,
you know, and I ate it right before watching the movie.
I
think that's what it. I think that's. I was like, my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That would have worked. So okay, let's talk about that. I guess because I was waiting for a real problem, right? So we know that that lady's gonna turn good eventually, right? So you know how that what was it? The little girl gets run over or something like that.
Yeah, she gets into an accident.
Yeah, she's part of a car accident.
You didn't like that, or what?
No,
or you did like that?
Oh my God!
Well, they needed a Tiny Tim in this story.
They really just watched, I swear, like the JCPenney and the Macy's like holiday sale commercials, and they were like, "Those, I want those guys," and then that's how they made it onto this movie.
Yeah, so short and it felt so long. Oh my God! Well, that's all I gotta say about that. You guys want to watch it? It's on Netflix. Go enjoy your 1 hour day.
Just letting you know, it's 4 deletes and 1 out. Damn you, fucking Robert.
Really, right? Damn me straight to hell.
Now, next movie, which is Robert's pick.
We all grow up fantasizing about finding true love with a knight in shining armor and living happily ever after. But that's all it is, fantasy.
Are you okay?
Fear not, I've been thrown much further by much faster horses than your steel steed.
Not a scratch on him, but apparently he believes that he's a 14th century knight.
Sir Cole Christopher Frederick Lyons of Norwich, at your service.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so my holiday pick is called The Night Before Christmas, and night is spelled Knight, you know? So it's like the medieval night, not the actual night, you know?
Very
clever. Yeah, and it stars Vanessa Hudgens from the High School Musical girl and other people, I guess. And I basically chose it because I was looking at the list of all the dumb Christmas Netflix movies, and I saw the pun in the title.
Oh,
Like, I love that. I have to watch it. That has to be my pick, and that's literally the only reason why I chose it. Yeah, so it's about like a medieval knight in the, I don't know, what is it, 1300s?
Yeah,
1300s.
Or whatever. Yeah, who like gets magically zapped to the future and runs into Vanessa Hudgens, and they start to fall in love. And you can pretty much imagine the rest of the movie just by that.
The journey.
Yeah. I think this is gonna be the pandemic talking. I've been alone now. I've been alone now for God knows how long, you know. And I saw this, I think, the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like rock bottom loneliness, you know. And I saw this movie, and I was like, "Oh, it's kind of heartwarming." So I'm in.
Oh!
It's so like there's no screenplay, right? It's straight out of the book, you know. This happens, they fall in love.
Right.
But I like Vanessa Hudgens in it. I thought she was fine, you know. I like the knight, the kind of fish out of water story. Yeah, she is. I think that's what I'm in. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed my time watching it. That's all I gotta say about that. Gio, what did you think?
I'm in the same boat. I didn't hit my time. It's watchable. Like
Yeah.
it's nice and heartwarming. Like these movies tend to be either like overly cheesy, but this one's like it just enough to where you're not hating your time. So yeah, I'm gonna be an in on this one too. It's a good watch. All right. What about you, Gina? Oh,
I can't agree with you guys. I'm
Fucking
gonna
Ebenezer Scrooge here.
I'm out. I'm out. Sorry. It's just
oh wait, at least it's an out though.
Yeah.
it's an out. It's an out. I'm not gonna hate it that hard. It's not. A, I could watch this again, but not Dolly Parton. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm an out. It's not a bad love story movie, but it's like we've seen this so many times. So many times. It doesn't even have to be about Christmas time. It's just it's happened.
Of course.
Yeah.
But again, Vanessa Hudgens wasn't bad in this movie, but you can tell she's milking Christmas movies, like
She's
what's her
catching
name,
that
Full
check,
House,
bro. Yeah.
or any other TV stars that we knew back in the days, or that are doing like Lifetime movies and shit like that. She's milking Netflix motherfucking Christmas movies. All right.
Yep.
Hey, if they gave me a check, bro, I'd do 100 Christmas movies. I don't give a
Pretty
fuck.
much.
Yeah.
Make your money, man.
And you know what, dude? The guy that played the knight wasn't bad, man. He was actually pretty entertaining. He was funny. But it was just moments I couldn't find him what believable was. Wherever he goes, he had a sword with him, and no one said shit. And then he had a core. He was like, "I'm like a core." You know, he would do that shit. He unsheath it, and I'm like, nobody's seeing this. No one is seeing this. I would find that threatening. I'm like, hey, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And like they keep bringing up the ex-boyfriend, like, oh my god, my ex-boyfriend's right there. Oh, I can't do it. And it's like there's nothing happening. Nothing happens. He just shows up with the girl, like, oh, what's up, babe? What's going on? Let's get some coffee. Let's go to Starbucks. And she's like, oh my god, my ex-boyfriend's right there. That gets annoying. And I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's fucked up. Fuck that dude. So that's the reason I'm out. It's just like if you're gonna show someone, make a big deal about it. Like use it. Don't just fucking keep throwing it in my face just so she makes stupid faces like, oh my god, he's right there. Don't look. And she's looking at him like right in front of his face.
You wanted Game of Thrones and that shit, chop his head off.
Exactly. Sorry,
you did?
America. What did you think?
I'm like kind of in between you guys. I agree more with Gino. I didn't hate my time, but I also didn't love my time. But it kind of made me laugh. You know, it was watchable. So I'm gonna be out. And it's like a very low out. Like I honestly wouldn't recommend it. But if you're really like you're set on watching a Christmas movie on Netflix, like this would be an okay recommendation. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, it was so cheesy and. I just like what the hell was the actual point of that guy's journey, his travel thing? You know, because eventually, what was his quest really? Like that woman sent him off.
True love,
and I guess. But I mean, I don't know. They just threw him right into her lap. Like what the hell? Whatever. I don't know. I'm an out. What did you think?
Yeah, I felt the exact same way as everyone actually. Yeah, like it didn't bother me that much. Like the Dolly one, you know, this one it was watchable. Something you could like. I was telling her like if it was on TV, like, you know, it's like, oh, it's on Jennifer. What's her name?
Vanessa
Hudgens. What Vanessa's in it? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna just watch this, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna watch it again, probably, you know. And I'll recommend it to like people like America's Sister, you know. She'll probably be like, yeah, you know, she'll probably be into it, you know. I know the people that will probably be into it. But it's not for me, so I'm only an out. Yeah, and there's so many things that Gino said that was true that I was just like, dude, there's more though. There's more to everything, and it's so many questions. Like this guy comes from the past and he's trying to find whatever his little quest is, right? Nobody knows that. He doesn't know. We know, as an audience, already knows, but you know, we don't know. It's a secret. And then he gets hit when he comes to America or to Ohio, the fucking weird city, and
Ohio's the state.
Yeah, and he gets hit by a car by this beautiful girl, like always, right? And then for some reason, this girl wants to keep him in his house.
Yeah, because he's fucking hot. He's lucky. I thought the same thing. I was like, man, this motherfucker was fat. Like, no, bitch, you're sleeping on the street. You're not coming back to my house.
Like, what are the odds, man? Yeah. I want to go over there and get hit by a car.
What are the odds that he's like the dreamiest guy in the world? Of course. Yeah, of course, come to my house. Yeah, spend the night. He knew right away. You know, it doesn't matter whether he's from the fucking 1300s. You know, that's the thing. This is not a great movie. You know, it's not. It's never going to be. It's a fucking Netflix Christmas movie. But this is like Vanessa Hudgens has been like in 8 of these now. You know, and they're all the same, right? And that's and I think from watching. So yeah, obviously I'm not judging it fucking as like as I would judge like a movie like Goodfellas. You know,
This is grading on a curve.
Yeah, it really is. Is that fair? No, but it is what it is, right? But I think from watching this, I understand now why these movies get made. Because there's like a million of these every year, right? And yet it's the same fucking movie over and over again. And like Dino said, like there's really no conflict in them, right?
Yeah.
It's just like same old shit. You know what's gonna happen. But it's like vanilla, right? It's just there to have on. And it's inoffensive and it's just gonna be nice and warm, like a blanket, you know, to make you feel good, right? And like I said, it's the pandemic talking, but I think that's why I kind of enjoyed it because like everything's so fucked up. It's like, oh, I understand why this shit exists, you know? It's not Schindler's List, you know?
Yeah.
I guess the thing is like if you come across it, you'd watch it. You're not gonna go seek it, but like if it's just there, you'll just watch it.
Yeah, and I've seen a bunch of movies like that. Like all the time. I remember like when I would be changing it and I'll see someone like I haven't seen in a long time. I'll be like, oh cool. And I'll just be watching it. And then you like, it's you're not gonna hate it. And you're probably gonna laugh and be like questioning everything, but it's not that bad.
I mean, it's better than all the rest of those like cheesy Christmas movies, I have to say, because my sister likes those. And I just can't stand them because a lot of times, especially because they like to blur a lot of the backgrounds. And so every scene is literally like super blurred. And then you're just like, it's not even like a good conversation or anything. They're just like, oh, what kind of bubblegum is that?
It's so
sad. And they're like kind of like the lighting and everything is just horrible. And
you see the
like
tape
nobody
on the,
knows.
on the tree.
The boom is right there. So I mean, it's definitely the production value is a little bit higher, it's tried a little bit more. So
and usually these movies are like for the more religious crowd, like we just saw with Dolly Parton, like Gino was saying. So it's good that it's not, this could have easily been like, hey man, don't get an abortion, it's bad, So it doesn't have any of that. It's just like not cheesy love story. They're gonna fall in love at the end.
They and then like it's short. I guess they have to keep it short to make it better or whatever. But like, that part where he goes back to this time and it's all rushed.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna do this. You're in love. It's so crazy and fast and like I don't know what's going on, but I guess that's what you have to do.
It's like okay, picking on the movie a little bit. If his quest was just to find a woman to fall in love with, it's like, isn't there a woman in his time? Like there's like send them one village over. I'm sure there's a hot girl there, It's like,
it doesn't make sense.
It's really not that hard.
He had to leave his family and everything.
Well, he couldn't get married. That was the thing. Like he in order to like really become a knight and in order to be able to marry the woman that he loved in the 1300s, he had to go on that quest. So like really what the quest was, who the fuck knows what it was? But he had to come back and marry this woman in the 1300s, and he never did.
But yeah, he comes over here and just falls in love with a girl over here.
And he can,
Well,
and then he goes and seeks out that crone to get him back to present day.
I don't even know how they fell in love. Like,
obviously, if you get hit by the car, like
here's how it happened. They're both very attractive, and they spend a lot of time together.
And she
what more do you need?
and she had hot chocolate. That's it.
Yeah.
So we got 3 outs and 2 ins. Damn you, Gio and Robert.
A lot better than. I think that's the best you could ask for a movie like this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you guys were on edibles when you guys were like, "That's why I'm in, bro. That's why I'm in."
That would have worked.
Tune in next week when we watch a new movie called Mank and Ricardo's pick, which is
Holiday on Netflix.
Another Christmas movie.
Yeah, starring another hot one.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
Yeah. There you go. Please follow us on Instagram and Not Delete Reviews, Twitter at Not Delete, and of course YouTube and Not Delete. To search us, we're there. We already have episodes for Halloween and so on. Before that, please wash your hands, sanitize.
Merry
and,
Christmas.
be safe. And well, not yet. It's this month.
You can marry
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Happy start to the holiday season.
We could do one of these and sell it. All we have to do is get Vanessa Hudgens. I got it. A woman, like a powerful woman who works in immigration, right?
Oh,
Like, I have to meet my quota of deportations. She's driving down the road, right? It's talking about, I have to meet my quota of deportations before the month, and boom, she hits somebody. And it's a fucking illegal that just hopped over the wall, but he's like really hot. He's really hot. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And like they look into each other's eyes, like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. She's like, you gotta hide me. La migras from me, Then they start falling in love. And now she has to deal with, do I deport this guy or do I follow
Or
my
marry
heart?
him for papers.
Yeah, papeles. You have to deport him by December 25th.
By la noche buena.
Yeah.
What's the title of this movie, man?
Por papeles.
Christmas
papeles.
We could get a Mexican from like Mexico. He's probably cheaper.
Hey,
Yeah, like a
we could probably pull
guy.
Selena Gomez or
Novella
something.
guy, yeah.
We'll just get their non-union south of the border equivalent.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. All right, Roberto Downey Jr.
Roberto Suavitel.